bang down the three is Enoch Cheeks.
Cheeks is the key in a lot of respects to Dayton's offense. He can step away, score the ball, drive it, but he comes up with a lot of big shots.
Here's a look at the starters for the Owls. 18 and 15 overall. Come in having won 2 out of 3 and 10 and 8 in AAC play this season. They had 1 win in Fort Worth. They knocked off Charlotte. They lost to Tulane in the Friday quarterfinals in a beautiful finish.
He's a Dayton guy. He went to Marshall and then transferred over, and he's been a pleasant surprise for them coming off the bench, giving them a really big lift.
Out of Ulster High School in Dayton. Fires by 3 downhill, and a good finish by Kaleb Gray.
And there you see Dayton coming with the pressure. Florida Atlantic's going to have to show they can handle this because they're going to get a steady dose after made field goals.
They press about 20% of the time, but unlike a Memphis team that FAU saw during conference play, the coaching staff said, you know, it's really more bothersome and irksome than it is a concern about turning the ball over. But you see, they're really late getting into the offense now. 9 seconds to shoot. Now 5 on the shot clock. That's a pretty good look as Glenn FAU done offensively the last 3 and 4 minutes.
Well, Dayton has changed their attack defensively, and FAU was attacking the pressure. Now they're settling for jump shots. And what they do is they hunt a good shot.
Yeah.
So if it takes 10 seconds to get a good shot, we'll take it. If it takes 20, we'll take it.
Back-to-back threes for the 13-point deficit for FAU. The numbers for Bennett are fantastic. Glenn.
How important it is to hit a buzzer-beating shot in March?
I would say so. And also, the coach's son can have sympathy with the players when the coach is getting on people because he's like, trust me, he was harder on me than he was any of you guys. I promise you that. If I can deal with him, you can. And what a Cinderella story that was. And really became the face of March Madness after that incredible father-son moment. Still get goosebumps watching those replays.
That was an amazing story. And Kaleb Glenn throws in his first. It's a screen from Glenn. Scoop shot pass Vokatitis. Slides off the rim. Glenn was left open in the corner. Second corner.
Needed to fill it, and he stepped up, and he's done it.
Offensive rebound, Glenn off the tray. What happens here in the second half, but yeah, I understand what you're saying, Coach. 1 for 2 for Graves as he was fouled by Walker, who picks up his first. And it's a 1-point game here now as the second half is underway. Vokatitis led all scorers in that first half. Number 8 in white for FAU. He had 12 points. Now on the drive, it's Kaleb Glenn.
He goes and gets the offensive glass, and that time he didn't play around. He got the ball, and he just went pounded back up.
Moretti. Here's Miller on the crossover. Kicks it to the corner. Good recovery by Graves there on Moretti. Shot clock's inside 10. Moretti, as Rosado goes down. Dishes it for a cutter. It's Glenn for the dunk.
Penetration hurt Florida Atlantic there.
That it did.
Pirates jump back up by 2. Vanderpool in the lane backs it out. Vokatitis. Double team. Evans. Now Glenn with 4 to shoot. Glenn in the lane, banks it up and in. So no shot clock violation. Carroll corrals the rebound.
They found their guy late clock, but that's a tough shot to try to make over contested defense right there.
Ken Evans doing a little ball handling responsibilities right now. Trey Carroll, good skip pass, finds Vanderpool. Glenn out of the corner, 3-ball, knockdown. Here in the second half. Kaleb Glenn on the drive, tried to go for the dunk, gets his own rebound, foul, counted, and 1.
McGee, he'll let it fly, missing everything.
That's the senior night. That's the senior night jitters. You saw Yaxel, who doesn't shoot air balls. You also saw McGee shooting air ball. Doesn't always go that way.
But Kaleb Glenn.
Yeah, Butler's a staple of this UAB offense and team.
That's Voikatitis. Just a one-man rebounding. His 5th board already here in this first half. In the corner, Kaleb Glenn knocks down the 3.
Exert himself a little bit more. They're gonna need it. Liaxo needs a counterpart. We've raved about Baba and Matas being able to do what they do. They have the same alignment in the front court with height and length.
Glenn, baseline. Oh, that's just too strong.
Getting out in transition, getting this crowd involved. Now you feed off of it defensively. Can he continue and pour on FAU?
First lead for UAB since the 11:39 mark of that first half when they had a 1-point lead. Glenn protects himself off the window.
Right here for UAB.
There's been a couple in and outs on this end.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him go to the mismatch inside. Coleman had a smaller guy on him.
Extra pass from Walker. Look out. Kaleb Glenn. Coleman. That's how you break the press.
Beautiful.
Walker backs it out. 20 seconds to play. Glenn knocks down the 3.
8 and Carroll, number 12. Carroll coming off the bench in this game here today, but both of those two in the previous meeting had 18 points against this USF team. They changed up the starting lineup a little bit today. So Evans, Glenn, Walker, Voikatitis, and Baba Miller, the 5 for FAU, as this is
Early. Watch Reynolds on the inside. If he gets deep position like that, he is tough to stop. It's too late to send a double team, and he's able to score there at the basket.
5-point game here early. Inside, easy one for Glenn. For USF as they are trying to get right back in it here with 3.5 to go. They're down 7.
Great drive from Knox. Again, quick bucket. Really important for South Florida. Scoring quickly on offense, not wasting much time.
Voikatitis to the corner, a wide open 3. It's up and it's good by Kaleb. In gets it by Glenn, puts it up. It's no good, and no one was in there for the offensive rebound.
Now, Knox thought he gave one away there. Shot he can make. He's frustrated himself, but like you said, no green jerseys on the board. You got to crash.
44-33 rebounding advantage today in favor of FAU as they could work some more clock here. Moretti to the corner. It's Glenn driving, scoring with a minute 50.
The big fella, number 8 in white, just scratching the surface on what he can become. Miller the kick, and that is Glenn. Corner 3 for Kaleb Glenn.
He was shooting that shot even a little bit further back, and I looked at it and said, this guy, young man, has a lot of confidence.
And you don't have a lot of confidence in him. Bill Self, that was his major offer after an injured play high school career.
If Bill Self offers you, you can play.
Yeah, and no one was on him. DBU was his best offer at the time, and that is a tough 2. Dusty May here, Florida Atlantic. Those teams were stacked. They made the Final Four. They made the tournament the next year. There just was an opportunity, but they saw the upside with Lorient, and one for Kaleb Glenn. Owls ain't done yet.
Far in this game. Haggerty steps, had it jarred loose, and it's Glenn again running a 3-on-2. And takes it himself.
This year with that.
To your point, they fell 8 spots in the AP poll after losing to Wichita State on the road, who, by the way, is the hottest team in this conference right now.
It's just unfair. If they had dropped back-to-back games or something like that, I'd understand it. But you get into conference play, there are no surprises this time of year for anyone, and losing the road games when it's your second loss in conference play shouldn't be that critical.
Glenn kept it alive on the baseline, trying to get after him, and he muscles it up and in. Pull-up jumper is good, and now this offense starting to find a rhythm.
Well, it's just a matter of time, and it allows them to do this. This is when they're at their best against creating pressure, speeding you up, disrupting your offense. They have so many players on the floor, they're switchable. All 5 guys will be on the floor switching right now. We're at 15 seconds in the shot clock, and the Owls hadn't thought about getting the shot up yet.
I was trying to get it over the timeline. Glenn, that's a 3. What an addition. Nico Moretti will now run the point for the Owls, who have been heated up on the perimeter by this Memphis defense. Glenn with the bunny, and he has 9. Hunter.
That's the shot where he sped up.
Oh, rejected at the rim by Trey Carroll, and Hunter is doubled over behind the play. Glenn up and under, counted in the foul. Memphis and UAB, and if UAB is able to win that game, that shakes some things up with the tournament seeding, perhaps. Strong take by Kaleb Glenn.
Brown and his teammates.
Coming off an 11-point game and the win against Temple. That somehow bounced around the SEC. And how about Notre Dame? Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo, ranked #1 for the first time since 2019. Trying to keep it going. What a jam by Glenn!
Great job with his footwork. Getting that left foot down, left, right. Excellent, excellent shot.
Walker probing. Oh, great backdoor feed to Glenn, who elevated. Picked off by Carroll. Numbers for FAU. Watch out. Glenn lays it home. By 1. 2 to shoot. Bell a step back. The shot's a little bit tougher here in the second half for Wichita State.
Well, so's the selection. That's you got to go into Ballard a little bit. Try to force the
Glenn with the blow by.
Finish in the paint. Look at his eyes. His eyes are up. He finishes through the contact. You finish with your eyes, and that's exactly what he did, as did Kaleb Glenn.
Titus backing him up over to Tobias, and he likes that shot. Strong, here's Evans, and watch FAU push. This is on the scout with their transition. Laying it off to Kaleb Glenn. Their leading school defense there. Nicely done inside to Graves. Looked good over the last couple of games. No, though, too strong.
Nice catch, but then you have to get your eyes up and finish at the rim. Smart move by Adam Fisher and his staff. Settles in,
Look at the
get a couple
physicality.
buckets, get him out.
Yeah.
He was a terrific player here at Temple.
That's Derek. 4 NCAA tournaments, 93 Elite 8 under John Chaney. Walker down low here to Kaleb Glenn again. How about the footwork and patience?
NBC comeback.
Yep.
That was a little bit nerve-wracking, Dave. I'll be honest with you. That head coach from Bryant's pretty good, though.
Bill Martelli Jr. doing a great job with Bryant. Yesterday, Tulane, ECU, Tulsa all winning the American Conference out of the top. Berry, Dezzoni runs off Moretti. A straightaway 3, no. Tipped out by Carroll. Here comes Tandy. 3 pushing for FAU. Glenn for 3. He's got it for FAU. But that's a good silencer there for Doridola. Wow, what a game from him starting with 10. Matching his high last game. 6-point game, Baba Miller. The kick out, it's Glenn in front of his own bench. He's got it again.
Is more about who else can they get going offensively. What effort that time by Kaleb Glenn.
Great move, swimming around and getting a piece.
Oh, nifty move by Glenn. Knife down Moretti. Tried to pitch it down. Stolen away. Up ahead to Glenn. Glenn with the two-hand jam. Well, to your point, already 10 turnovers for Charlotte in the first half. They had 13 in the entire game the last time these teams played. And Aaron Fern told us we were disrupted by the length and physicality of FAU. Right on cue. Foul line. Back to a 15-point game. Glenn, hard take and scoops it.